Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Design. This is take two. So I had a whole bunch of stuff on my phone, so I had to go in there and delete it. So silly me. All right, so I wanted to share some things that have been about my health journey, things I've been working on. For those of you who've asked, I went with my husband to his checkup, and I told my husband, I said, I know his scale weighs very heavy, anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds, because I weighed before I went and I weighed when I got home. But and it seems to have a sliding effect. So plus sometimes the nurse will not wait for it to settle and take it when it's like high low, high low. You know how that is. So anyways, my husband was not too overwhelmed by it, but the doctor decided to focus on it, which was very interesting. And I was very surprised he chose that, but that is my take on it. So, anyways, we'll see. All right, so this is going to be kind of a two-part video. I'm going to share with you some really good resources that I've gotten, and then I'm also going to share with you some things I found at the store, and it's going to kind of be like a little haul, but we're going to taste test it together. Yes, I know. Woohoo! All right, so I can't remember if I shared this book or not. It's called Gluten-Free Comfort Foods. I've clearly been enjoying it because I dog ear everything, or I mark. I don't dog ear books, but I mark them. I used to dog ear. Anyways, I have a purist in my family who believes it's just horrible if you do that. But anyway, so I think that there are some wonderful things in here. I think it's worth a try. It is a gluten-free. It is not necessarily a sugar or processed sugar-free. So, but I do have some information on this. I just adjust to what I want it to be. And I'm really still, I got to be honest, I'm still kind of nervous about it. I love Lily's chocolate. It is stevia is the sugar basically that they use, or the sweetener. It is fantastic. I really love the peanut butter cups. I mean, I love them too much. And a matter of fact, I asked my husband today, he was like, what can I get you for Christmas? And I said, Lily's peanut butter cups and like the big pack. And he, and he goes, well, man, you didn't even take a breath on that one. I said, oh yeah, yeah, that's good. And then I was trying yesterday to melt them and make little Christmas trees and candy canes and put like dried fruit on them and nuts. And they are good, but they didn't melt the same. So I hated that I used my mint chocolate because it's so good and I hate to waste it, which I'm not going to. But I ended up adding avocado oil, and then it was too soft. So if any of you have any suggestions, please, please, please leave a comment below. Let me know. But that chocolate mint chips, oh my goodness, those are going to be in, I have another bag. They're going to be in cookies today. I have not made any cookies yet. My daughter kind of looked at me and I said, I'm going to make cookies today. And they're gone. They went shopping. So anyways, I'm excited to do that. They're very good. I've not tried anything I didn't like. I don't necessarily like the really heavy dark chocolates, but that is an acquired taste. I used to like them, so I'll get there again. You know how that is. Okay, so two new books that I know are new. Simply Living Well, A Guide to Creating a Natural Low-Waste Home is fantastic. Fantastic. It's by Julia Watkins. The last book was by Jessica Kirk. Jessica Kirk for the Gluten-Free Comfort Foods. Okay, so Julia Watkins. One of these two, I got the last one, but that was on Amazon. You know, there's going to be more. And sometimes I always wonder if that's just like a ploy to get you to hurry up and buy. But anyways, because you order it and then you go back and, oh, there's another one. And how did that happen? Anyways, but it is a guide to creating natural, low waste home. So the reason I bring this book out is, yes, there are recipes in the back, which are fantastic. And I just adjust recipes to fit my needs. I did it so long from our son, who's gluten-free, casein-free, peanut-free. So I'm not super fantastic yet at it for myself because I'm a picker eater. He was a kid, he didn't care as long as he could eat it. He was fine. And he developed a taste for kind of the poor quality gluten-free. They weren't poor quality. They just didn't taste as good. And so, he developed a taste for that because that's all there was. Now, what's great is his wife came later to the table on this. She also had some health issues and it really helped her. I mean, it really helped her. And she was just like, no, you want to try this bread? You want to try this? And I was like, thank you so much. And now I'm under a lot of conviction about the rice products too because of trace arsenic in rice. So why add to the thing, to the thing? So, but in this book, the things I love are I've always made my own cleaners because I have acute atopic dermatitis. So my skin is insanely sensitive. Matter of fact, I had to go get a tetanus shot last week, and the gal goes, I said, "Oh no, you can keep that Band-Aid because I'm allergic." And she said, "Oh no, it's latex free." And I said, "Oh okay, well then yeah, we're okay. That's fine, that's fine." So we put it on, and about 1 or 2 in the morning, my arm was itching like crazy, and I thought, "Oh no, I've had a reaction to this tetanus shot," and I had gotten cut, all that kind of good stuff. So I had to go get a shot, and working in gardening area, and long story short, it wasn't the injection, it was the adhesive. So yes, and I know I can't have adhesives as well. I can do them for short term, but I cannot in any way like have steri strips, anything like that. They cannot last long. So there's that. But so things like this help me with my acute atopic dermatitis. My dad had it. Clearly, my dad had it. My mom had a milder version of it, but this gives you all kinds of affordable, healthy resources for cleaning, for, just endless things, projects in your home, etc. So I love this. And my husband and I have even been talking about putting a wood pegboard in an area of our home. And he said, "Well, I want to put a hook thing." And I said, "Okay, as long as it's wood." He goes, "That's what I was thinking too." And so it worked out perfect. Okay, and I'm going to pull something out that I saved in here for later. And yes, you'll see. Okay, so the Nourish tradition is based off of Sally Fallon's book. Oh goodness, what is it called? I just blanked. It's a traditional foods lifestyle. Sally Fallon, hold on, and Western Price, or the Western Price Foundation. So hold on. Trying to see, I can't remember the name of her book. It's like, it's like the main go-to book for all health, natural health. So I saw this. This may be the one that was down to one. This is the Nourish Kitchen by Jennifer McGruder. Maybe that name of that book will come with me. Wasn't it Nourishing Traditions? Maybe that's it. I can't. Anyways, so it's very well known. If I remember, I'll put it below. Okay. So the Nourish Kitchens is farm to table recipes for the traditional foods lifestyle. Hands down. Now, there's some things I'll never be able to do. Like our little corner fruit and vegetable market was recently changed hands. And there's this one man who ran it forever. And he was in really poor health. But I guess during the pandemic, he stepped down. And then the owner of the farm that he was selling for came for a year or two, and then now there's somebody completely new. And so we went by, and not only she did a great job because she also brought things like grass-fed beef and grass-fed chicken, and just the whole thing. And we were just like, wow. And she pulled out oxtail, and I was like, I'd love to be able to make my bone broth, but I just don't think I can get there. And the only reason I'd say that is I was vegetarian vegan for 7 years. I mean, just eggs are hard for me some days. So I have to really think about it and pray about it. And she even had all that you need to make chicken bone broth and all of that. And maybe in time I'll do it. We'll see. We'll see. But if I'm going to do it, I can support her. But we did buy a lot of good beef. We have, and because it's, it's pricier, we had less meat in our meal, which was fantastic. And so I made a humongous, one of those humongous crock pots. I don't know how big it is, but it's a doozy. And I made that full of chili. And so we had that last night. Well, I put up the rest of it. I'm going to bring it back out Thursday when we drop into the teens. And then the day after Christmas, we possibly are going to have some kind of a snowy mix. We don't know. So we'll see. Wintry mix. We'll see. But I think there's a lot to be said for, I don't know if it's just getting completely nutrition, the whole thing. And so recipes like this are very good. They're very healing. They're good for us. And the thing that we have to remember when we do this is we don't want to go crazy one way or the other. We just need to keep it balanced. And for me, the gluten-free unprocessed sugar has been great. Now, after the holidays, I'm going to be doing like a 15-day, not a fast, but starting to juice. And then I'm going, because I think the fast will be great, but because of all of my medical things, it's not like 100% great thing to do. So just even some of the things I take for supplements and medications, I have to have like really well balanced meal on my tummy, or I'll have GI tract issues. So it's always a very fine balancing act. And that's what I say to you guys. Don't do what I'm doing. Do your research, do your own thing. But for those of you who are gluten-free and unprocessed sugar, you can buy books like this. Just adjust it how you need it. Okay, that being said, I was researching because I told my husband he wanted to buy a fruitcake. He likes fruitcake. We buy him every year and he never takes a bite. So this year I finally said, we'll get the candies and I'll make it myself. And because I think if it's fresh made, he might eat it better. But the thing is, I'm going to make it with unprocessed sugar and gluten-free. Yes, I am. So I will let you know how it goes. The recipes were really kind of janky last night, but I did find one with King Arthur, and I do have some King Arthur flour that is gluten-free. I'm going to try that one. I won't be using everything they suggest, but I'll just be subbing things out that I know he would like or not like and that kind of a thing. And the candies they're done in sugar. There's just nothing I can do about that. So probably what I'll do for him is I'll do one with the candied, fruit, and then I'll do one for me without, with just dried fruit. I know. You're probably going, boy, aren't you being legalistic? And it's just a negligible amount of sugar. Okay, let me tell you something. When you've heard as bad as I have, you would know. But the other part of that is, and the thing that is great is that I even gave myself grace because my daughter called me and said, well, I've got dried blueberries, but they were processed with sugar. Can you? And I said, okay, I'm probably going to get like 1/2 of a blueberry on the thing I was making. And I said, I think 1/2 of a blueberry raisin. I'm thinking that's negligible. If I feel bad, I won't do it again, but it may be okay. I don't want to like go over anyway. I'm really good at staying within my lane, but I'm not going to be crazy here on this. Now, so this is what I want to get to. So in my research and trying to find recipes, I've been looking at keto, things I could buy like online just to make it quick and easier during the holidays. And then I started looking at paleo. Well, paleo is kind of the hunter-gatherers type of recipes. From what I've read so far, I have not read this. I just got it on the clearance rack at Natural Grocer. I love Natural Grocer. I love Natural Grocer and Trader Joe's. And if that's all I ever did for the rest of my life, I'd probably be fine. But those each take an hour to get to, so we'll see. But I really loved this book on all, ingredient swaps. That's fantastic. Just how to set your kitchen up, all of that. Now, I don't know everything there is to know about paleo. There was a big thing many years ago when we lived in Wimberley, and one of the gals who was a chemist, a very, very, very bright homeschooling mom, very well researched, she was paleo, but that was a real kick for a doctor in town who I didn't always agree with. And so, I kind of like checked it off as, that's not good. But I'm going to recount that. I'm going to say, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was just throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I hate that saying, but anyways, you know what I mean. I was too far. I let it get too far. I think there's some really good recipes in here. I stood and read it because I wasn't going to pay. I think I paid, did I get 40%? I think I got 40% off of this. So it was still expensive. For me, it was still expensive. All of these books that I'm buying now are probably the ones that will live forever on my Nourishing Traditions. That is the name of that book. Sorry, by Sally Fallon. Those will live on my shelf forever. They will. They just will. And I will come back after the turn of the year and I'll talk about the juicing and all of that as well. We have juiced for 30 years. Yeah, maybe not quite 30. Our son had horrific allergies as a child, and a friend of mine was into grinding the wheat to make the flour, to make the bread, to, the whole thing, and then the juicing as well. And she was right. I mean, she was all right. She was a vegetarian. So they had to have a very protein rich bread. So she would put like soy and things like that in it. Um, I can't do that bread anymore, but I will find a version. And the thing is, when you're looking through books like this, it takes the emphasis off of what you can't have and you put the emphasis back on what you can have. And that's wonderful. So, one of the things that it had in here was a grocery list of things that you could. I'm trying to see if I can find it really quickly. Um, Okay, sorry. In here, there was a list, a grocery list of things to pick up at your grocery store to try. I I wouldn't do everything, but I did do a lot. And some of the things I even suggested were um, just snacks. And what I find myself doing is I will burn myself out on snacks because I am just, okay, I feel like I'm in this tunnel and I can't go out there. I got to stay within this tunnel. No, quit feeling that way. Start thinking about this. A gal who I mentioned over and over here on the channel is the Scandish Home. It is good for me to see her make recipes now. She doesn't always she doesn't always share her recipes, but it motivates me to get in there and try and adapt and do all those good things. Okay. I don't like, because my knee hurts, I don't like to stand too long. I don't like, so I'm being honest. So I have to think about it way in advance. I have to think about, okay, if this happens, how do I counteract that? And if that happens, what am I going to do with that? So that's how I think. I'm not saying it's how everybody should think, but it is how I think. So I like to read, do my research, see. I think keto things are great, but I find a lot of things in it that I don't like. Allulose. I don't want to take that as a sweetener. I don't. I'd rather go natural. And I literally yesterday had my maple sugar alternative, and I was putting it in one of my jars because everything I get in a bag, I put in a jar and I label it. I just find it stays fresher here longer. And I told my daughter, I said, "Oh, you got to take this away from me." And she's like, "Why?" And I said, "Because I just want to take there and just like get all the sugar out of the inside of the bag." And I said, "Just take it away." And I didn't even taste it. And and that is so hard for me, guys. That is so hard for me. And there would have been nothing wrong if I had done that, but I just wanted to, like, get my brain into, like, you don't need to taste every little thing. And so she took it and she's like, looking out the inside of the bag, and she looked at me and I said, "You weigh less than 100 pounds. For me, I need to make sure that where I put these ingredients, that it is of quality to my body. It is of nourishment to my body." And I'm not saying 3 grains of sugar is going to undo me, but I do know sometimes for me, it can be a slippery slope. So I just want to do it the way that I think I should be doing it, if that makes any sense. Okay. So one of the things they talk a lot about is organic plantain chips. So our local, like HEB, that's a larger one, not Central Market, but the larger ones tend to have a lot of variations of this. I was at World Market picking up and just kind of walking around trying to, look for things that I've been looking for Christmas. And I did get some things. They're in the other room, and some decorations. I like their decorations. I didn't get that much. I looked for things that were on sale. I always look for at the on sale aisle, but there were some things that, like, I just read and looked and read and looked. And so this is it's like a banana chip, but it's salty, it's savory. So I have waited to try all these with you guys. So you've got to know, I bought this almost 2 weeks ago. So I was really showing some level of restraint here. So I'm just going to try a little one. So they kind of look like that. You don't get a full bag, but that's true even with regular chips. Wow, guys. That is not quite like a potato chip. Definitely not like a banana chip. They're ridged, so you have a different texture that way. The texture is different from from a potato chip, because it kind of almost like breaks down very quickly. You don't have to chew it all. It's been great after all that dental surgery. The Himalayan pink salt is a little heavy, but it's good. It's really, really good. And I have to honestly say, sorry for the rattle, that's a do-over. I would definitely hold on. My daughter-in-law's calling me. We've been playing the phone tag here. I would definitely do it again. I would buy one that was like maybe not salted and then mix them together because I'm just don't want that much salt. But Himalayan pink salt you can't beat. I also got these. They're gone. I had no restraint when it came to this. I bought 2 of them. There were 2 different kinds, and I've now ordered like a variety pack on Amazon and have put it on the subscribe and save. These are so good. This whole bag, I believe, is 25 grams of, 25 grams of protein, which as a former, vegetarian vegan, I always still see protein. The carbohydrates are, oh, good. Okay. She was answering me back. Sorry. The carbohydrates are very low, 3%. There's a little bit of fiber. You're not going to get a lot of fiber out of cheese, but there's quinoa. And many years ago, I loved quinoa. I used to call it quinoa. I bought that for years before it became popular. And I would always go to H-E-B Central Market and buy the red. I think it was red colored. I just loved that. I could just eat that all day long. It was so good. And then my GI tract had a major change due to a surgery, and I could not anymore. I would choke on it. I would just choke on it. I couldn't. My body would not process it. So anything I can find that has quinoa in it, oh my goodness gracious, win, 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 win. So I didn't know these are naturally lactose free. Ooh, I should get one for my son and daughter-in-law. But that, hands down, this was gonna do it again, gonna do it. It was so, so, so good. And truth be known, one of the days I was working here in the house, I did not stop to eat all day. And so I started snacking on this at like 4 p.m. And by the time it was over, I ate the whole bag. But that was 25 grams of protein. That was, 300. Half of that is another 75. So 375 worth of calories for a day. Am I saying that was a good choice? I'm not saying I would do that again, but I am saying that it's Parmesan cheese, milk, salt, enzymes, organic brown rice, organic oat bran, organic quinoa. Now, the only kicker here is if you're gluten-free, not all oats are gluten-free. And it's not because the oats have gluten, it's because they're processed in plants where gluten is processed. So I don't want you to run out and buy it if you're gluten-free and then you get sick and you're like, hey, what happened? That could be an issue. I'm still early in the game, so I kind of get away with it a little bit. Okay. Then I picked up these. And these I was going to maybe give to my husband, but he's going to Trader Joe's today, so I'm thinking he's going to get his own stuff. I got this at at World Market. I will probably snack on that today. Oh, I should try these with you. I'm sorry. I forgot what we're doing. Okay, we're doing a taste test. Is it worth it? Is it not? Okay. So, and then I just have 2 more after this, and then I will let you go. Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. Basically, it's milk cheese. So if you are allergic to milk or dairy, probably not your thing. Ooh, has a little kick. Has chipotle, smoked jalapenos, salt, enzymes. Okay, seriously, guys, I'm not a spicy person, but I would definitely, I'm eating that. It's good. Okay, so here are 2. This is dried white mulberries, and this is heirloom almonds. So I have no clue what this is like at all. I read the ingredients. So this one is the heirloom almonds, and it has almonds, Afghan salt. That's it. Okay. And I don't know why they look small to me, but maybe it's just the picture. Let's see here. No, they're regular size. Very good. High in protein, folate, and omega-3. Dry roasted and salted. I don't know what that means, but maybe it's a type of almond. I don't know. And this is all by Ziba Foods. And this is dried mulberries. And I have a recipe for mulberries, so I don't know. These are dried, though. I have to honestly say, it says they're sweet and crunchy, and they are. That's good. Let's see, and this is mulberries. So somehow they've dried them and they are very good. I've had mulberries before and I didn't necessarily care for them. So I thought that was something different, but I'm pleasantly surprised. So these two are by Ziba, and this one is by Wisps, I guess. I don't know. Let me see here. I think Wisp, if you look it up that way. And this is something with a monkey. Oh, Banana Ridge, cut, small batch. Okay, so now you can see that. And then this, the Sonoma Creamery, you can get it at World Market, but you can also get it at Amazon. And that is a great deal on Amazon. And I got the variety pack. That was the best deal. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Am I perfectly healed? No. Is this what you should live on? Absolutely not. Is it something to add in as a special treat or take it when you're out and about? Yes, it is. So I will zip these up, and I may save this and this both. And tomorrow when we go on our family outing for Christmas, I am going to take all those snacks. I wish I had another bag of those. If I had another bag, I'd be set. I'll take my own waters. I'll take my waters with plexus in it. Whatever it is that I think I want when I'm out. I'm just learning that I don't want to pay prime. I don't want to pay a lot for it. I don't want to overly pay. So on things like this, yes, I think it's great to do taste tests, but then go find it bulk cheaper. Yeah. Literally I ate it all. I was going to say I ate hold on one second. I'm trying not to bump you guys. Okay. Well, here we go. Let me see, because I think if I do that, it's going to fall. Oh, it's not. So these are my cereals that I got. I don't know where I got the first one. If it was Natural Grocery, I cannot find again locally. But I buy this, I think 10 boxes, 12 boxes a case on Amazon. It is the best price. It's a lot of money. I put it up, but it's sprouted. It's gluten-free. It is sugar-free, and it has got quinoa in it. It is not super high. It is 6 grams of protein. The carbs are 14%, 39 grams. So you got to not go crazy. And then it just has cacao or cocoa, and it has coconuts, and it has the quinoa flakes. And I have to tell you, it is so good. So here you go. Brown rice flour, sprouted bean black flour, sprouted brown rice flour, dried coconut, palm with coconut palm sugar, honey, fair grade cocoa powder processed with alkali sea salt. So I think that this is another great. I eat this like a snack. I would never put milk on this. Never in a million years. It's so good. It's so good. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So if that encourages you at all during this busy, busy, busy time of the year, then just go find a few things that you could like this. Next time I will buy, when I get mine, I will break this down in probably just 2 servings. Yeah, I got to